So, this is your October reading, The Life and Love with the Lenormand. The behind the scenes influence is this path card. And so it's a month where you're looking at options, at your choices, perhaps a change in direction. Maybe that's as a result of dealing with a crisis. Maybe, some kind of decision is pending. Maybe you need to make a decision. So for some of you, this is a career focus. Maybe you're thinking about getting a part-time job, or maybe, you're traveling. It's somewhere that's within driving distance. The influence may be about money and perhaps a relationship with a mature woman. So the issues that are surrounding matters this month have to do with the willingness to compromise. Maybe you don't need to listen to what others say, or perhaps you're crossing paths with someone and that proves to be significant, or maybe you're leaving something behind you, or there's been a change of heart with regard to something. So, your relationship or love may be at a turning point. So you may have to make a decision, take some kind of action, look for some alternatives. But also, it may be important that you remain true to yourself in those choices. This could be a month that requires action, where you don't need to wait any longer, or you need to trust what you're doing, have faith in yourself, or trust your own decision. So the catalyst, the kickoff to events this month is the child. And if you recall from last month's reading, this was sitting prior in the behind the scenes influence. Now it's moved over to the catalyst. And so there's a strong focus. The kickoff for events this month is a new beginning, or something small, or a focus on youth, or being unburdened, or seeking some kind of growth. It may be issues that tie to childhood, or issues of dependency or immaturity. But it could also be something new, open to new friends, new love, learning something new. So maybe you're a student, or you're dealing with students. So you may have to start from the beginning, and maybe this is a good time for a new start. So your options include something new, a new decision, a new way, maybe something tied to short trips. But because this is a card of youth and inexperience, maybe this is a naive decision. Or you're making decisions about a child, or you're following some new avenues. And perhaps there is a relationship emphasis on brothers and sisters, or children who are twins. Now, at the heart of the matter is this anchor. So seeking some kind of stability, persevering in a situation. Maybe you're waiting for the safe arrival of children, or you're starting something new that affects your security, or you want to provide security for a child. This is also about settling down and, your home base. So maybe you're taking something connected to home in a new direction, or you're moving to a new home, or you're overcoming some kind of difficulty through your determination. Now, there is also a foreign influence, maybe, something new that ties to foreignness, or people at a distance, or something having to be shipped. And this may tie into the month of September. And for those that are focused on work, this may be about your profession, or good business, or stable situation, loyalty. So again, maybe a part-time job, or seasonal work, or your efforts start to bear some kind of fruit, or you're having to put your career interests first. It may be important to take that new direction and let go of some kind of rigid thought pattern. Now again, maybe you're doing temporary work, maybe you're working with children, maybe your business relates to children or connects to children, maybe you work with your child. But it's about a secure new beginning, and likely to do with a small business. a new job. And so you're making some career choices, some work-related decisions. You're setting some new goals, and perhaps in some cases restructuring in the workplace. And it's going to be important that, you can trust yourself and the decisions that you make. Now, the last card in the row is the gentleman. So if you're male, this may be you, or it may be someone in your life. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a younger man or a young man or a youthful man or someone who's naive or immature. This male may tie to a new beginning. He may have children, or, for some of you, this may represent a man that has become dependent, or on the other end of the spectrum, he's reliable, he's stable, he's hardworking, and he may be very loyal, and his heart may be set on something. So he could be resolute. This is someone, this male figure, contemplating a decision. In some cases, it's a decision to go his own way, to make his own choices, take a new path. Or perhaps this is someone who is recommended, if this is for a position or a connection. Maybe this man is hesitant, he's waiting, he's taking his time, or he's taking the easiest path. For some of you, again, remember that this is a collective reading. It may connect to you personally. It may be those around you. It may be something that you hear in the media. And so it could be that this is someone who works with news. Perhaps he's an anchor man. Now, on the other side of this situation, we have some kind of news, some approach of something, perhaps the delivery of something. Maybe you're waiting on this delivery. Maybe it's possibly good news, some kind of communication and speed of movement, an announcement or an update or getting some feedback. But this indicates that change is imminent. This person approaching may be an agent of change. It could be a male figure or a visitor or messenger. In some cases, it has to do with a vehicle, perhaps a motorcycle. So something will be moved, whatever that is. Perhaps it's your desires being fulfilled. There's movement in a situation, that you achieve success or victory or a nice surprise. So it's highly likely that this is a month where someone new will come into your life. Perhaps if it's not a new person, it may be an old passion that is rekindled. So you're taking this relationship in a new direction. In other cases, there's a lack of engagement. Maybe, someone is arrogant, or maybe you don't care to move too quickly, or somebody is making decisions instead of just reactions. So some of you, maybe you're going to receive a delivery. Maybe there's some important document, registered mail. Maybe you need to act quickly and take a chance. So there's a focus on a love of details, but also getting lost in that. Maybe you have too many projects going on. Maybe you're continuously starting something new and you can't finish everything that you've started. Now, in some cases, this represents a good decision, a good message about a decision that you've made. Maybe you're getting different offers, and maybe you're going to make the right choice. Some of you, that's going to result in a promotion at work, or again, a job in which you're, taking, or a work-related message. But the mountain shows that there's some kind of challenge here that is frustrating. Maybe you're waiting for a visit, news, movement, but you feel blocked. Now, if this represents a person, maybe this person is very big, they're strong, they're good-natured, Personally, there may be a desire to overcome some kind of obstacle. Maybe it's financial, or maybe it's in love, and to find some understanding. Perhaps there's even a longing for someone or something. So, for some of you, there's an infatuation. And maybe you're having to look for another solution. Be diplomatic, especially if you've been meeting with some kind of resistance. So you're finding another way. And maybe it's because there's the expectation of some kind of difficulty or loss. And maybe you're up for it. Maybe you're accepting the challenge, or you're having to be patient and wait for something. But it could be that someone finally shows up. Maybe the message arrives late, or the good side of a situation or even a person goes unnoticed. So either you're making some progress or the message has been lost. So perhaps you're experiencing a blockage in the workplace, or things have come to a standstill. Maybe you've had to face some big hurdles. Maybe you have a difficult boss, or there have been some long-lasting blockades. It could be that a decision has been blocked, or maybe you've had to make decisions while you're under pressure. Or maybe the decisions that you've made haven't gotten any results, or a decision is not yet possible. Now, at the beginning of October, the back end of September, you're looking for that progress, that movement, and there may be some kind of milestone, a change for the better. That's the intent, to get some kind of gain, make some advancement, receive an upgrade. Again, some of you, the focus may be relocation, or maybe you're having a child and there's an addition to the household, some kind of maybe a birth, or the focus is on a mother figure. But the overall message is about improvement. And some of you, this may connect to your relationship with a child, or something new, a new challenge, or constant changes. So you may need to think about reversing something, making a change in your life, or taking action to start something new, and making sure that you don't move in the wrong direction. Perhaps it's just one more change that you need to make, or a new start that leads to something else. So a new start may lead to change. That change may be a pregnancy, or changes for a child or with a child. Could be something that's short term. So some of you, maybe you're dealing with issues where there's a challenge. Maybe a child has a health challenge, or a physical challenge of some sort. Or maybe the focus is on childlessness, which seems to be an issue in the media right now. So perhaps there's a problem with the new beginning, or there maybe the challenges you face are small. So at the moment, maybe no change is possible. The development falters, whether it's in a project, a situation. Maybe your child is having developmental issues. They're slow going in something. There's slow progress or no changes. Frustrating change, multiple obstacles. So you're sitting on either side of that fence. Either you're dealing with trying to make something new happen and facing multiple obstacles, blockages, or something new takes you in a different direction that helps you overcome the blockages. Now, by the middle of October, there's a focus on socializing, or social events, group events, connecting with the public, an audience. So some kind of gathering or crowd could be important. Maybe even something on social media. Maybe you're doing public relations, or networking, or promoting something, yourself, a business. So you may be involved with places that are very public, or something becomes visible. This could be a very big event, an official occasion. Maybe it's something that happens outdoors, or nature or the environment becomes a focus. It could be that there's an event. Now, if there's a pregnancy, maybe there's a baby shower, or you're connecting with family. There's a family event. And for some of you, again, this is about social media, an online community, or publicizing your concerns, a public announcement of some sort. So it's by the middle of the month, you're focused on your circle of acquaintances. Now, if children are the focus, maybe, you connect on the playground, or this is about kindergarten, or maybe you're building a small community of some sort. So there are changes that are taking place, and there could be a change in demand of work, of a product, a person. Public changes where, an event is moved. Maybe it was supposed to take place in one location, and now that change is a change in environment. There could be changes in society, changes in the public. But there's a strong focus on teamwork, stability, public relations. So by the middle of the month, maybe the focus is working with other people. Maybe you work in a big company, or you work in the public sector. Those that have health issues, maybe, this is about a hospital situation. So the fox says, though, that something is wrong, possibly. That either you're dealing with some situation that is sincere, upfront, or you're in the wrong company. Your companionship, or the wrong job, you're in the wrong group. There could be some kind of hypocrisy taking place. Maybe something comes out into the open that has to do with public fraud or defrauding the public. And maybe lots of people are involved in this fraudulent situation. For those of you where, it's much more benign, maybe you're taking a walk in the park. Or maybe you're putting out some kind of publications, or there's a decision within the public sphere. Now, there could be a political decision. Maybe this is about public voting. So decisions may rest on many factors during this time. And, you have to be aware and beware. Now, the fox may represent employment. It could be your skills, your job, an employee, a worker. Maybe, you have to come up with strategy. You're an analyst or a specialist of some sort. If fraud is involved in a situation, maybe this is about a detective or a criminal or a con artist, or waiting to lay a trap because of some kind of deception or fraud. Could be there's embezzlement within a company. So something may be wrong. Maybe, it ties to the workplace, or you're dealing with the police station. Maybe you need to get a second opinion, especially if health is in focus. Could be a misdiagnosis. So something is wrong. Maybe it's the wrong time for something. So others of you, you're getting some new responsibilities at work. You're very determined, you're resolute, you're doing what needs to be done to provide for your family. But the message here, regardless of whatever your circumstance is to open your eyes. Don't be made a fool of. So there could be a lack of trust in a situation. And it could be, especially if we're dealing with media here, maybe there, something is bogged down in lies, or there's some kind of intrigue, or there's some long-lasting dishonesty. So you're having to look at situations. Maybe you're trying to achieve something through strategy or cunning. Maybe this is about long-term work. So whatever change is occurring could possibly be triggered by intrigue, or something fraudulent or deceitful may get exposed. Or it may be that you're avoiding change. You're going to keep the status quo. Or positive change comes through cunning. You're trying to avoid challenge, though. And with the fox here, and again, the gentleman is on the other side, you may not be able to take someone, a male figure, at face value. So situations might become problematic because of lies, blowing up problems. Maybe you misjudged a challenge, or there's been a lack of opportunities for advancement, or you're trying to manage some kind of obstacle. But you're going to have to make some clever decisions, not the wrong decision. You need to be on the right path, not do something the wrong way. So you have to think carefully about your decisions, whether it's the wrong time, it's the wrong decision, it's the wrong path, it's the wrong person. You have to be aware. By the end of the month, the focus is on this bouquet card. So some kind of gift or qualities embodying charm or beauty. There could be appreciation or some courtesy. Maybe even receiving some flowers. Maybe someone is going to get a delivery of flowers. There's a focus on recreation, which goes back to that garden card. Maybe there's a social event. Maybe it links to a birthday. So you could be getting an invitation, or there may be an engagement or some project that is creative in nature. So by the end of the month, there could be some happy moments of laughter. There could be some exuberance, maybe over exuberance that, takes others aback. Someone is turning on the charm, and in doing so, maybe it's the small touches that really make a big difference. Maybe you're getting help through some kind of funds, or perhaps remaining polite is helpful. And there's sort of a message here that not let people provoke you. So again, you're maybe waiting for some news. Maybe it was lost or delayed, or it's challenging news you've received. But, don't let it get to you. It's going to be important this last month of, having a good reputation, being enterprising. And again, you may be receiving a message about an event, or you may be meeting with a lot of people. So happy messages, and some of these may tie to a woman or a gift or your daughter. So happy messages, invitations. Maybe you're in a situation at work where, you have some nice colleagues, or you have a pleasant working environment, or you're finally achieving your goals. So maybe you're enjoying your work after dealing with all the challenges, trying to move in a new direction. Maybe you've made some improvement despite those challenges because of a job well done. Some of you, your work revolves around fashion or beauty or things that connect to women. But sincerity is important. Having good friends and being able to judge the false friends. Maybe, some of you may be receiving a gift, especially if you're having to beware of someone. Maybe that gift has strings attached to it. Or someone is using a false name. Now, that may mean that in social media, maybe they're trying to connect, or they're appearing as one thing, but really there's someone else. Or maybe there's gossip in a situation. Someone is very charming. Maybe this man is very charming, or this man is very close to a certain woman. So there could be some flirting going on, luck. But keep in mind that it's highly possible, as charming and attractive as he is, this man is not yours alone. So that may be the deception, that you think he's faithful or loyal. And he's quite charming, maybe very attractive, but he could be spreading the love around. So you might be very naive about waiting for this man, or how stable or connected he is to you. So some of you, you're looking at possibilities. Maybe you're making decisions that connect to women, or a decision about a woman. Maybe you're going out on a date or social event. Maybe it's held in nature. You're taking a walk. Others of you, you're looking at possibilities that tie to work and some kind of positive result. So in summary, it's a month of choices, of options where you may be receiving news, invitation, dealing with challenges, invitations to social events, being charmed by certain individuals who may or may not be reliable.